Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 262, and I am so thankful that you are here today because we're talking about something really important for your business and all of your marketing, and that is your calls to action. Have you ever heard of this term? It's the ways that you direct people to next steps with you so they can go from being a stranger to a buyer. It's so massively important. We're going to talk all about it so you can understand what calls to action are and really be thinking about them for your business. And I know that this is going to help you. It's going to wake a lot of you up because a lot of people that I find, small business owners, are not doing this. They're not using calls to action. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey. Whether you are in the idea stage, starting or growing, this is for you. Whether you have a mobile business, an online business, you're selling products, services, or programs. It doesn't matter if you have a store, whatever. I know that this podcast will be valuable to you, and I'm just so thankful that you're here. So if you're new, let me just enlighten you that there are some free goodies for you. I have a Facebook group that's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. You're welcome to get in there. It's a great community of women who are all striving to make money doing what they love. Some people are in the idea stage, some people are starting, some people are growing, and we would love to have you in the group. So all you have to do is scroll down in the show notes right now. You can click the link and it'll take you over there to the group. Also, I have some free resources for you. If you're new to me, again, no matter what stage you're in, I've got printables, I've got guides, I've got things that are going to help you so that you're not flailing around and to save you time and energy while you're trying to piece this together. For example, I have a 16-step checklist that will help you if you're trying to start your business right now. And I also have a new masterclass. It's about the MOVE method, which if you don't know about my MOVE method, it's spelled MOVVE. And we talk about messaging and offer and visibility and invitations and evaluating results. Today's topic is actually about that second V, which is invitations. It's how you're inviting people to next steps with you, and that's your calls to action. So, and it may sound complicated to you, but it's not. It's actually very simple. But grab that masterclass. It's 16 minutes. It's power-packed. It's a video masterclass to walk you through the strategy because this is what's going to help you grow your business and build it into the successful one that you've dreamed of. Okay. So grab those resources. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are wonderful, amazing. And I'm just so grateful for those of you that show up every week and listen. You tell me you listen to every single episode, and I just love it. It means the world to me. And if you've never written a review, if you've been listening for a long time and you're like, I love this podcast. I get a lot out of it. You've never taken the time to write a written review. It would mean the world to me if you would do that. There's actually two ways you can leave reviews. You can hit the 5 stars, and that takes like a half of a second to leave a 5-star review. You can also just take 30 seconds to write a written review. I read all of them. They warm my soul. I'm so appreciative of those because they just give me that little boost right when I need it. So if you have a minute to leave a review, if you've found value in this podcast, that would mean so much. Okay, that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, friends. How are you today? How is everything going? I need the scoop on your business. I need to know what is happening. I need to know where you're at, what sales you're getting, what's your best sellers, what are you loving, what are you not loving, what are you starting to do, what are you stopping doing? I want to hear it all. You know, you can communicate in the Women Starting Businesses Facebook group. If you're in there, we have those weekly posts. You can always post on them. And then obviously my Grow Getters. We meet once a month on Zoom calls and talk about your businesses and get help. And I love it when I get all the updates from that. So we've got a call next week. So I'm super stoked about that. And I'm just so excited for all of you. I can feel the freshness in the air. Like fall is here and I can just feel the excitement of everything to come and the holidays and everything. And I can feel the momentum in many of your businesses. When everything starts clicking, it's the best feeling in the world. So if you're not there yet, if you're not at that momentum stage, know that it's coming for you. And when it all aligns, it's the best feeling in the world. Today, we're talking about calls to action and the things that you're doing
2, move people along from strangers to buyers. Like, you have to think about this. Many small business owners overlook this step in their marketing strategies and just basically just how they're showing up everywhere. They're missing this. This one is huge, y'all. I'm not kidding. I tell my Grow Getters this all the time. It's the step inside of the MOVE method that most overlook. So again, if you are new to me, I have a masterclass that teaches you the MOVE method, and it's MOVVE. There's 2 V's. And today we're talking about that second V, which is invitations, which means how you're inviting people into next steps. If you have never watched the masterclass, do it now, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you scroll down in the show notes, you'll see that you can get access. It's a 16-minute power-packed masterclass for you. So anyways, this is the one that everyone misses. And you can't miss it because it's super important to your business. It's how you're going to get sales. So I want you to think about it right now, okay? I want you to just imagine, I'm going to give you a fake scenario. I was trying to think of one a minute ago that I could give. So I'm just going to make this up. This is probably not even the best example, but imagine kids, like maybe you're a kid. Imagine that you're a kid, okay? And your parents say, we're so excited once you get all those chores done, we are going to take you to Disney, but all you have to do is do the 5 chores. So that's great. Do that. And you're all excited and you're like, yes, I'm going to go to Disney. And then they're like, that's it. And then they leave the room, but you have no idea what the chores are. No one's told you what the chores are or what to do or how to mark them off the list and how to prove that you did them. No one gives you any direction. You don't know how to complete the task, right? You're excited, but you don't know how to complete the task. So again, that's probably not the best example, but let's put it into a business example. You are watching a video and they're telling you, oh my gosh, I've found the fountain of youth. I've found this one thing that will make your wrinkles go away, makes you look tan all the time. You never gain weight, you build muscle, you feel great, you don't have brain fog, you're at your best. It's the fountain of youth. It makes 80-year-olds look like they're 60, and they go on and on and on, and that's it. And they end the video. They never tell you really what it is. They don't tell you where to get it. They don't point you in any direction. There's no website. There's no link. There's no anything. Have you ever watched anything like that where you're like, wait, I was just left hanging. Like, what do I do? Or maybe even you've seen something on social media where there was something really cute. You were like, wait, I want that shirt. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Or that piece of furniture. Where did they get it? How do I find it? What do I do? Because no one told you what to do. No one told you what the next steps were. And this is what a lot of you are doing, or should I say, fail to do in a lot of your marketing. So you're showing up maybe on social media. Maybe you're showing up on emails. You're sending out emails. Maybe you are meeting people. Maybe you're doing networking events. Maybe even you're speaking at things, talking to people, but you're not giving anyone any directions to next steps with you. What do you think happens when people hear about your stuff or whatever it is and they get all excited and then you don't give them directions? What do you think happens? Well, 2 things can happen. One, they can go, oh, that's amazing. And then everyone's got ADD right now. Nobody remembers anything. Our brains are all fried. And they just forget that they wanted it or that they saw it or that they thought it was cute, right? And they go on their merry way with their life. Or some of them may be so interested that then they go, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to stop her after this. I'm going to have to ask her, where do I go? How do I look at this? What do I do? Right? And then they'll ask you and then you'll give them directions. But wouldn't it be easier if you just told them what to do, next steps, if they're interested? Right? I think a lot of small business owners are terrified of coming off salesy, pushy, icky, weird. And so they don't really share the crucial information that people need who are actually interested in your stuff. So think about it right now. What did you most recently do when you shared your business? So think about it right now. Did you see someone today and you maybe mentioned your business? Did you send out an email to your list? Did you post on social media? Did you post a reel? Did you meet a neighbor? Did you talk to your dentist? Like, did you tell someone about your business? Think about it recently. When was the last time you did it? And did you share with him or her the next steps? Like, oh yeah, you can find it here on my website. Oh yeah, here's my business card. Oh yeah, here's my Instagram. I just posted a video on that. Here's my YouTube channel. Oh, I have a podcast. I want you to think about it. A while back, I remember I was on a walk one time with one of my friends, and actually I was not on the walk with my friends. I was walking and I passed one of my friends. And then she said, we started talking about something. She said, I'm just about to start my candle business. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. That's awesome. And she was telling me all about it. And I said, that's awesome. That's what I do, right? That I help people. And I was trying not to be pushy because I didn't want to be like, oh, you want to sign up for coaching right now? Like, no, I wasn't ever going to do that. But I was like, that's what I do, right? I actually have a podcast where I help people. So if you want more tips than what you're learning, I know you're probably researching online and stuff, but if you want any more, you can check out the podcast. And I told her the name of it. She's like, oh my gosh. And then she was trying to add it to her app. She did not think I was being salesy or weird. She was excited because she was getting help that she needed. So you have to think about it right now, and you have to plan. This is what we do in Grow Getters is we plan what we are going to say to people and how we are going to say it, and give ourselves options for things we can say depending on whatever situation we're in. We have several in our arsenal, and then we go, okay, I'm talking to a neighbor. What might I say that might be fun just to say, hey, I have a podcast. Did you know that? It helps people start their businesses. And they're like, what? I had no idea you had a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I share about my experience as an entrepreneur. I've been running my own businesses for almost 25 years. So you can say things like that. It doesn't have to come off braggy. I know that sounds a little bit maybe uncomfortable to you, but that's what gives you the authority. So everyone listen up right now. Do not be scared to provide next steps to people because it's crucial for them, because they're going to walk off and they're going to forget. They're going to walk off and they're going to remember later, oh yeah, I talked to her, but I have no idea. And someone will say, did you get the website? Did you get any of the information? And you're going to be like, no, I didn't get any of the information. And then you're just left hanging. Right? We don't want that. It's so funny because my husband and I always talk about this, because each year I go on like a girls trip with some of my high school friends, and my husband goes on like a fishing lake house trip with guy friends, and they'll be old friends of his from high school and stuff. And he'll come back and I'm like, well, how's so-and-so doing? How's so-and-so's job? How's so-and-so's wife? How's so-and-so's kid? He knows nothing. They get no information. Do y'all realize that guys don't talk about personal information very much? They just don't. And he comes back with no information. I'm like, well, that's the most boring story I've ever heard. What were y'all doing? We were fishing. We were making fun of each other. We were telling jokes. We were telling high school stories. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it just reminded me of that, how someone can go do something and be around people and then not even get like pertinent information about their life that might be helpful to know to be a good friend, right? And it's the same with you talking about your business. There's information that your people need to know, the people that are actually interested. Now, you're going to meet some people, or going to be online in front of some people who don't care a lick about what you sell. And I know that's hard to hear. There's a lot of people that don't care. I have people that follow me that say, I do not have a business, but I just kind of like listening to you, right? And so if I give calls to action, they're not really paying attention. Like, go to my website, do this or that, because they are interested. They're not going to buy. But there are people who are like, oh my gosh, this is what I need. I need help with this. Where do I go? Where do I buy? I was thinking about commercials that you see on TV. Like, I just saw some MyPillow commercial. It's like a infomercial or whatever. And it's like, buy now, go here, QR code, go to this website, text this number. I mean, they are giving you a million calls to action because they want you to buy right now. Right. Now, some of those can be annoying. I agree. But let's think about it. Like, we had a guest speaker at NCL. I'm in NCL with my daughter, and it's a mother-daughter volunteer organization. Okay. And we had a guest speaker, and she was actually someone that had a business, and she was talking. And then at the end, she was like, if this is you, if you need help with this, here's my website. Here, I actually put a QR code on the tables, and she had it there for people to take next steps. And I was like, check. She did amazing. A+. She did her call to action. So you have to ask yourself today, the next thing that you do, the next neighbor that you meet, the next dentist that you see, your chiropractor, somebody at the grocery store, an old friend, or maybe you're sending an email, you're doing a social media video, that you have some type of call to action that directs people to next steps with you, whether it's to be to your website, to book a call, to get a free trial, to get a free sample. You'll come by and give a quote. You'll give an estimate, whatever it is. Okay. You can give them a free PDF, a free printable. I want y'all to think about it right now on this podcast. I have calls to action a lot during these podcasts. And you may not have even noticed, or maybe you did notice and you're annoyed. I don't know. But people need to hear these because they're half listening. Y'all are doing other stuff. Y'all are on a walk. Y'all are cleaning the house. You're driving. You're yelling at kids in the car and you're trying to listen. Right? And then I'll say, oh, but you can go to my website here. Oh, you can scroll down in the show notes below and click the link to the Facebook group, or click the link to get my freebies, or click the link to go to my paid programs. You will hear me talk about it. I talk about it all at the beginning of this episode. I tell you there's ways you can get plugged in, and it's for your benefit. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to build my ego. I am not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because there's some of you that are listening that have been waiting on this help. You've been trying to start a business, or you're in the process of starting or growing, and you feel alone and you feel confused and you don't know what the heck you should be doing. And you want to speed up the time. You want to save yourself money. You want to save yourself energy. And when I'm saying I've got free stuff for you, or I've got programs that I'm inviting you into to help you build this dream of yours, you are excited. I get email subscribers every day. I get people that are listening to this podcast every day that are directed to my free and paid stuff because I've talked about it. Again, it's not being arrogant. It's not being pushy. I hope you don't think that I sound pushy or arrogant. I don't want to come off that way. But sometimes, though, you have to kind of come out of yourself and be bold. You have to be bold. You have to talk about what people should do next. Now, I was thinking about some other things, some other examples besides my business that you can think about that give you examples of next steps that people have done. I mean, think about commercials that you watch on TV. Think about commercials. Do they have websites that tell you where to go? Do they have QR codes? When you watch YouTube videos, they direct you. When you listen to podcasts like this, we direct you. When you watch Instagram Reels or on TikTok or whatever, I've seen a bazillion of the TikTok shop now links. They're like, okay, scroll down below, click the link to the TikTok shop. Okay. Y'all, they're all around you. So today I want you to start noticing as well what others are doing around you in terms of a call to action. Get this free coupon, download this free thing, get a free trial, 3 days free, whatever it is. Think about it right now. So today, that's your job. Start noticing the calls to action around you. Number one, your next job for today, your next assignment is to be prepared for the next time you see someone or you post something or you send something that you have a call to action. Now, let me give you one caveat. You don't always have to have a call to action. You don't, even for your people that love you and follow you. You'll see me post stuff on Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow me, you can scroll down in the show notes below and see what I'm talking about. I'm not a huge social media person, but I am on there and people follow me, and I'll say, hey, you can comment this in the DM or down in the comments and I'll send you XYZ. Or sometimes I say, go to my website, and sometimes I don't have any call to action, and that's okay. You don't have to every time. It depends on the context. It depends on the people you're talking to. It depends on your goal for the conversation, right? Depends on your goal for the conversation. So again, your assignment. So notice the marketing that's being directed at you today, whether it be on TV, online, in person, at a store, and start noticing the calls to action. Okay. Start noticing them. Because I think when you start noticing, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's calls to action I didn't even notice because I was needing XYZ, and it doesn't feel icky to you as the recipient. You do not feel like someone is manipulating you. You feel like someone is serving you, right? And the second thing to do is ask yourself today, on my next email, my next reel, your next anything, how can I serve people and help direct them so that they know where the heck to go? Think about it. If they were in a room shuffling around and they had a blindfold on and they didn't know where to go, and you're like, anyone who wants XYZ, take 4 steps to the left, they would be so excited. Instead, if you just yelled, anyone who wants XYZ, I'm here, they don't know where to go. You have to tell them, Take 4 steps to the left and you will find me. Right? So that's what you're doing. You're telling people and you give them an out. You say, if this interests you, if this is you, if you've been wanting this, if you've been needing this, if you've been suffering from this, go here, do this, download this, snag this, get the free trial, right? So that's your job today. As a business owner, you're going to put your business owner hat on and your marketer hat on, and you're going to think about ways that are effective for calls to action, next steps, so that you can be drawing people in. Because the last thing you want, again, is someone to hear about your stuff, be excited about it, and then be flailing around because they don't know where to go, where to buy, what to do, and then they forget about you 5 minutes later. Okay? Okay, so that's it. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, if you need more help for starting or growing your business, you can scroll down in the show notes below. I've got a best business idea workshop. I've got a boot camp for starting your business, and I've got Grow Getters, which is my flagship program to help you get your fabulous business growing. Okay? So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.